Good morning everyone. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For the text version of this quiz, please install GKToday Academy app. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. This is the name of Telegram channel, GKToday YouTube. Now, we have started a new channel, Civils Academy, so you can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. Now, let's start. Which state government has constituted a commission to protect the constitutional rights of tribal communities? So recently, Gujarat government constituted this commission for the protection of rights of communities residing in the areas of Gir, Barda and Alech forest. So this is going to be a 5-member commission. Why this commission was constituted? It was constituted to prevent the wrong person from taking the benefits of tribal people and to protect their rights. Now Gujarat was also in news because of FSSAI index. So it was a food safety index, and as per this index, Gujarat was the top performer in the big states category, while Goa was top performer in small states category and Chandigarh was on top in terms of union territories. FSSAI is under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Which Asian country is to contest for another term in UNHRC? So recently, Pakistan announced that it is going to contest for UNHRC seat. It is important to note that Pakistan is a founding member of UNHRC and it was founded in 2006. The headquarters of UNHRC is in Geneva and each member is elected for a 3-year tenure. This UNHRC is a 47-member body and the seats are based on the regional basis. So this is the regional division. You can pause the screen and take a screenshot. For Africa, 13 seats are there. For Asia Pacific, 13 seats are there. For Eastern European states, 6 seats are reserved, and for Latin American and Caribbean states, 8 seats are there. For Western Europe, 7 seats are reserved in this UNHRC. Which organization has estimated that the average global temperature would rise by 1.5 degrees Celsius in next 5 years? So this was as per the estimation by WMO, that is World Meteorological Organization. So the average global temperature would rise by 1.5 degrees Celsius in next 5 years, and it is projected by WMO, that is World Meteorological Organization. It was founded in 1950. The headquarters is in Geneva. Geneva is in Switzerland. Now WMO along with UNEP, that means WMO and UNEP collaborated for IPCC. What is IPCC? It is Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. What is UNEP? It is United Nations Environment Program, and the headquarters of UNEP is in Nairobi in Kenya. Who is to represent India in the virtual summit between India and European Union, which is to be held on 15th of July? So the summit is to be headed by our Prime Minister. Now this is going to be the 15th summit between India and European Union, and this summit will be co-chaired by President of European Council and President of European Commission. Who is the President of European Council? So Charles Michel is the President of European Council and Ursula von der Leyen is the President of European Commission. Now in the context of European Union, there is an important treaty, and it is Lisbon Treaty. So it is the latest major amendment to the constitutional basis of European Union, and it is a treaty which came in force in 2009. Apart from that, recently UK became the first country or first member state of European Union to leave this union. UK left EU on 31st of January 2020. Which Indian company has tied up with UK based oil company BP to start their new fuel, retail and mobility joint venture? So this is a joint venture between Reliance and BP. BP is a UK based company, and this is a joint venture for fuel, retail and mobility. And the name of this joint venture company is RBML. It stands for Reliance BP Mobility. So this new company will also provide the electric vehicle charging facilities, and now the RIL, that is Reliance Industries Limited fuel outlets, will be rebranded as the outlets of Jio BP. Apart from that, recently Reliance was in news as Mukesh Ambani recently became richer than Warren Buffett. The list of richest persons is topped by Jeff Bezos, who is the CEO of Amazon. And Jeff Bezos is followed by Bill Gates, Bernard Arnault, and Mark Zuckerberg. Now, Reliance was also in news as recently Reliance Jio got one more investor, and recently Qualcomm Ventures announced that it is going to invest $97 million in Reliance Jio platforms to acquire 0.15% equity stakes. Which country has suspended its extradition treaty with Hong Kong and extended visa for Hong Kong residents? So this decision was taken by Australia, and this decision was taken in the backdrop of a security law by China in Hong Kong. So the Prime Minister of Australia is Scott Morrison. Now, apart from Australia, recently Canada also suspended the extradition treaty with Hong Kong because of the same security law. Now, what is Hong Kong? Hong Kong is a SAR. SAR stands for Special Administrative Region. So Hong Kong was a British colony and it was handed over to China by the Britishers in 1997. Now, recently Canada was also in news because of USMCA. It is a trade agreement between United States, Mexico and Canada, and it became effective from 1st of July 2020. Now, it is a successor of NAFTA. Answer in comment box what is the full form of NAFTA. The head of which international organization has urged G20 countries to freeze the debt payments of poorest countries in 2021. So, recently this was the statement by World Bank chief. The president of World Bank is David Malpass, and he urged the G20 countries to freeze the debt payment of poorest countries in 2021. So this will ease the burden on these countries. Now, for G20, Saudi Arabia is the president this year. Next year G20 summit will be hosted by Italy, and in 2022, India will host the G20 summit. India will also host Interpol conference in 2022. In 2022, India will complete 75 years of independence. Now, the headquarters of Interpol is in France in Lyon. Recently, Interpol was in news as Iran issued arrest warrant against US President Donald Trump, and Iran urged Interpol to cooperate in this matter. A commercial communication satellite named Appstar 6D was launched from which country using its Long March rocket? So, it was a satellite by China, and it is a communication satellite. Name of satellite is Appstar 6D. So this satellite can provide the communication capacity of at least 50 Gbps, and this satellite has been launched by CGWIC. What is CGWIC? It is China Great Wall Industry Corporation. Which organization has renewed its agreement with International Energy Agency, that is IEA, to collaborate on energy sector resilience? So recently, Asian Development Bank has renewed its MOU with IEA. Now recently, Asian Development Bank was also in news as it became observer for the network for greening the financial system. Japan is the largest shareholder of Asian Development Bank, and Japan is followed by USA. Which country's research team has won the World Bank's Development Marketplace Award? So the research team of Cambodia won this award, and this is an award for the innovations to address the gender-based violence. So the award will provide the fund to the research team so that they can implement a WhatsApp chat line that offers the support against gender violence in Cambodia. That means this platform will provide support against gender violence so that such violence can be prevented. China has warned about a local unknown pneumonia prevalent in which country? So recently, Kazakhstan was in news because of this local unknown pneumonia, and it is more serious than COVID-19 as it has higher fatality rate than COVID-19. Now, in case of Kazakhstan, we have a joint military exercise and it is named as Kazhind. Answer in comment box what is the capital of Kazakhstan, and is Kazakhstan a member of SCO, that is Shanghai Cooperation Organization? Which aerospace company has completed the delivery of 22 Apache and 15 Chinook military helicopters to Indian Air Force? So this company is Boeing. It is American Aerospace Organization, and recently it completed the delivery of 37 multi-role vehicles for IAF, that is Indian Air Force. Now this deal was signed in 2015. Out of these 37, 22 were to be Apache and 15 were Chinook helicopters. SECI, that is Solar Energy Corporation of India, is associated to which union ministry? So this is associated to Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, that is MNRE. Now recently it was in news because Prime Minister launched a solar power plant in Rewa. Rewa is in Madhya Pradesh. Now this solar power plant has been developed by RUMSL. What is RUMSL? It is Rewa Ultra Mega Solar Limited, and it is a joint venture company of Madhya Pradesh Urja Vikas Nigam Limited and SECI. What is SECI? It is Solar Energy Corporation of India, and it is under Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. On which day the National Fish Farmers Day is observed? So it is observed on 10th of July. Now in terms of fish, recently a report was released and Tamil Nadu is on top position in terms of fish production, while Gujarat is on second position and Kerala is on third position. Now answer in comment box which organization released this report related to fish production. So 10th of July is National Fish Farmers Day, while 11th of July is World Population Day. Flipkart has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with which Indian state to promote local art, craft and handlooms. So for this purpose, Flipkart partnered with Karnataka government, and this has been done under the Smarth program of Flipkart. Now Flipkart was also in news as recently it partnered with the Mango Board of Karnataka to enable the farmers to sell their products online. Who is the head of SEBI's revamped Advisory Committee on Mutual Funds? So recently, Security and Exchange Board of India revamped its Advisory Committee on Mutual Funds, and it will be headed by Usha Thorat. She is the former Deputy Governor of RBI. So this committee advised the SEBI on the regulation and development of mutual fund industry. Which Indian institution has partnered with NVIDIA to establish India's first AI technology center? So for this purpose, IIT Hyderabad has partnered with NVIDIA, and this is going to be the first NVIDIA AI technology center. What is AI? It is artificial intelligence. Now Telangana is celebrating 2020 as Year of Artificial Intelligence. What is the rank of India as per EIU report on cancer preparedness in Asia Pacific? So this report has been released by Economist Intelligence Unit, and as per this report, India is on 8th position in terms of the cancer preparedness, and Australia is on top position as per this report, and Australia is followed by South Korea. India is on 8th position. Which Indian state has topped the market borrowings among states during 2020-21? So Tamil Nadu is on top position as per the recent information by Reserve Bank of India. So Tamil Nadu raised approximately 30,500 crores by market borrowings. Tamil Nadu is on top position and Maharashtra is on second position. Recently Maharashtra was also in news because of Project Platina. So it is world's largest plasma therapy trial, and recently India's first plasma bank was opened in Delhi. So these were the most important questions of today's quiz. Now we are going to cover important news. Feel free to skip it at your own risk if you do not like the format. So first news is related to Pure for Sure campaign. It is a campaign of Rajasthan government, and it is a campaign to ensure the purity of milk and dairy products. Next is Soham Mukherjee. So recently he was in news as he made a Guinness World Record with 101 one-leg hops over a stationary ruler in UAE. Next is Bhashanchar Island. So it is in Bangladesh, and recently it was in news as Bangladesh announced that it will not move Rohingyas settled on this island amid corona pandemic. So this island is also known as Charpia. It is in Bangladesh. Rohingyas are the Muslim minorities which faced persecution in Myanmar. Next is Malabar naval exercise. So despite objections by China, India has decided to invite Australia for this Malabar naval exercise. So it is going to be a exercise between 4 countries: Australia, India, USA and Japan. Next is E-Lok Adalat. So recently India's first state level E-Lok Adalat was conducted by Chhattisgarh High Court, and the Chief Justice of Chhattisgarh High Court, P.R. Ramachandra Menon, inaugurated this first state-level E-Lok Adalat. Next is Samadhan Se Vikas. So it is an initiative by the Haryana state government, and it is one-time settlement scheme for the recovery of long-pending dues. Next is Atal App Development Modules. So these modules have been developed for transforming the school students from smartphone users to innovative developers, and this has been launched by AIM. What is AIM? It is Atal Innovation Mission. It is an initiative of Niti Aayog, and for this purpose Atal Innovation Mission has collaborated with Plasmo. What is Plasmo? It is a mobile application. Next is India Cycles for Change Challenge. So recently Smart Cities Mission started the registration for India Cycles for Change Challenge. Smart Cities Mission is an initiative of Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Next is TIFAC, that is Technology Information Forecasting and Assessment Council. So recently this council was in news as Dr. Harshvardhan released a white paper, and this has been prepared by the TIFAC. What is the objective of this white paper? It has been launched to recommend the various technology and policy initiatives to make India Atmanirbhar. Next is People's Action Party. So it is related to Singapore. So recently elections held in Singapore, and the People's Action Party won elections, and Lee Hsien Loong will continue as the Prime Minister of Singapore. So Singapore is the second country in Asia to conduct national polls in the times of Corona. Earlier, South Korea conducted the elections. Next is UK FDI. So India is the second largest source of FDI in UK. USA is the largest source of FDI in UK. Next is Hope Probe. So it is a Mars mission by UAE, and UAE is the first Arab country to send this mission on Mars, and it will be launched on 15th of July. Next is SAGE, that is South Asia Group for Energy. So it is a consortium by US government. Now why this SAGE was in news? As recently USAID partnered with MNRE. What is USAID? It is US Agency for International Development. What is MNRE? It is Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. So these two organizations decided to collaborate for the clean energy development, and as per this agreement, SAGE, which is supported by USAID, will provide the technical knowledge for the clean energy development. Next is Dr. Parag Chitnis. So recently Dr. Parag was in news as he has been appointed as the acting director of NIFA. What is NIFA? It is National Institute of Food and Agriculture. So it is the top US agriculture research firm. Next is Gyanendra Ningombam. So recently he was in news as he has been named as the new president of Hockey India, and he is from Manipur. He is going to be the successor of Mohammad Mustaq Ahmed. Next is Nadon police station. So this police station is in Himachal Pradesh, and it is in Hamirpur district of Himachal Pradesh. Recently it was in news as it has been ranked as the one of the best police stations of our country. Next is UNIFL, that is United Nations Interim Force in Lebanon. So recently Indian battalion stationed with the UNIFL has won an environment award, and that's why it was in news. And the last news is related to the biography of Dalai Lama, and its title is His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, an illustrated biography, and it has been authored by T.Z. Tethong. So it will be released soon. That's why it was in news. So these were the most important events. Now homework. So first is what is Swabhiman model. Second is what is Born BB, and third is what is Asim portal. So recently I have uploaded a special video on this Asim portal on Civils Academy channel. So that was all for the day. Thank you.